Yeah, there are some documents which have not been circulated. It has nothing to do with you, Daniel. So don't you worry, I can see you trying to frisk your pockets. It has nothing to do with you. It's actually our secretariat, some documents. So it will take about yeah, but in the absence of those documents, I want to invite you. I'll give you 10 minutes. 10 minutes. You introduce yourself to the committee. Tell us who you are, where you went to school, what you have been doing to yourself, and any other information which you'll find relevant to this vetting exercise, or for that matter, National Land Commission. You may proceed. 10 minutes exact.
Yeah, my name is Daniel Muriithi.
Move closer to the mic.
I'm closest. My name is Daniel Muriithi. I come from Meru County. I was born in a place called Nkobo around 1979 from a young mother who got me when she was 18. So I was raised by my grandparents. She had to go back to school. I went to school, a primary school called Kadela Primary School in 1986. And because of the conditions then, from a single mother who's gotten me out of Wendrock, the conditions were not very good for me to be in a school in the village. My grandmother took me into a boarding school called Wesley Boarding School, which was like 10 kilometers away from my home. That was in 1990, in class 5. So I started boarding school life when I was pretty young, in class 5. I completed in 1993 and went to still a secondary school in Meru County called Kibirisha Boys. I cleared in 1997, that is Form 4. I was admitted to do a bachelor's degree in education, which I was not very happy, because I think around the 1990, when there was clamor for multipartyism, I was very encouraged when I saw the likes of Getobu Imanyala, Keraito Moroge agitating for democracy. Well, I didn't know what a lawyer was then, but I thought they were doing a good thing. So I had put it in my mind that I wanted to be a lawyer. So when I came to Nairobi, of course, after declining the Bachelor of Education, an uncle of mine took me to Kenya School of Professional Studies. By then, of course, lack of knowledge, we didn't know there was parallel program. So I did a diploma in law. And when I was about to finish, then that's when we realized there was a degree offered in law, but in the evening classes, which I was able to join in 2000. After I, of course, completed the diploma, that's why it's also part of my certificates. I went for evening classes while working through law firms, and I was able to complete in 2007. From there, because I was still working from around 2000 as a legal assistant, I worked a bit for IBC when there were polls. I also worked as a legal assistant in 3 law firms, Kyogora Mutai and Muriithi and Company Advocates. At that time is when, of course, because I was doing a lot of clerical work in the lands registry, the courts, that's how I got to be picked by NALC, still to do legal work as a clerk. Little did he know that I was still in the university trying to do a degree in law. And then when I graduated, he was gracious enough to pay for my Kenya School of Law, and again offer me employment as an advocate in his firm from 2009. I was in his firm and lost all the way to the head of legal conveyancing and property departments, where I had 6 people, 6 advocates below me and assistants. I worked very well in the firm, and again, in his gracious way, he also lets people flourish. He let us go and form a law firm called Sheikh & Company, where I was also the managing partner of that firm until 2020, sorry. And then from 2020, I formed Daniel and Kenneth Advocates, where I am the advocate currently. Well, around the same time, I was running Sheikh & Company in 2015, and enrolled for a master's degree in science. Lawyers only want to do sciences, but I defied the horns. I did a master's degree in environmental management and planning. This is to end my understanding and deeper understanding of the law, because I have all along practiced property law and conveyancing. So I got a master's in environmental planning and management, which led to a certification with the National Environmental Management and Coordination. This is NEMA. I became an environmental impact assessment associate expert, so I'm able to do environmental impact assessments. And within the same time also, I was able to get a certification in from the Kenya Institute of Industrial Property, where I am a patent agent. So all this time, I'm in the property industry. I've practiced in the courts, in the ELC courts, and I've also done many projects in terms of a project from inception all the way the contracting to the sale of either it's the units or just a normal conveyancing transaction where it's a buy and sell, and even where there is syndicated transactions like joint ventures and all. This is the area that I've been able to flourish and do a lot of work for the last, this is now 17 years, Honorable Chairman.
Thank you, Daniel, for the introduction and the information that you have shared with us. I'll now open the floor so that the members can field questions. And honorable members, it's your turn. Honorable Paul Katana.
Thank you, Chair. Mr. Daniel, the nominee, thank you for your elaborate statement. In your statement and in your presentation, you are a lawyer by profession, and you have been involved with the land transactions involving billions of